Episode 4, Season 2 is on the way.
That's it,
I
man.
am Jeffrey Nadal, and I have my partner.
The tax collector. Mr. Jeffrey Nadal.
Listen,
Nah, this
man.
is Otis, a.k.a. ODB. What's up, partner?
How's it going, man?
It's going, man. It's going. Like the rain in California.
Yeah,
right now.
I was just about to say that, too. The rain right now is killing everybody. No one in Cali wants to do anything, man. When I used to rain back in the day when I used to sub, I used to cancel every single sub.
It's funny.
Job
I
bad.
went to I went to a winery yesterday. It's like in Temecula. It overlooks like beautiful views. And one of the ladies who works there, she says, I remember when rain was cool. She said we would pull our phones out and we would record every time it rained. I said, well, you ain't got no damn space now, do you?
For real. God, nope.
So welcome back, everybody. This is the Alpha Mentality, if you're tuning in for the first time, where we discuss the definition of alpha mentality and things that come along with that, where we bring you the latest topics and suggestions on, whether that may be, some people may call it motivation, we call it inspiration, but more importantly, I think it's a lot of experience,
Yeah.
So if you're listening to this right now, at the time of this recording, it's probably like the middle of March, not to get too exact. And there's a lot of things that are happening right now.
A lot.
And we are going to get head on a specific topic. So if you're listening to this, let me just describe a couple things that are going on. So we're on the brink of recession.
I'm kind of more than a brink. We're going over the brink right now.
Okay, I'm just trying to be nice, just in case some of my regulators are listening to this. We're on the brink of a recession. Housing market, interest rates are up. What was it? 3 banks just collapsed just recently.
Yeah.
If you're listening to this, SVB, there was a New York bank that collapsed. I forget the other one. Lot of tumultuous times we're living in, man.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
There's a lot of layoffs. Layoffs are a huge topic right now.
You know what? That's going to be the topic today. We're going to talk about layoffs, right? But before we do that, I think what's important to draw light to is the layoffs that have not happened.
Yeah. That's what's scary.
It is.
That's what's scary, man, because a lot of people are kind of like, well, I'm still safe until when is the real question.
So before we jump into our topic, I think it's appropriate for us to kind of play and define the word security, job security, be specific.
Yeah.
What's job security?
In what sense? Because you can ask this question to different people. You're going to get different responses, right? My definition of job security, I don't think there is one. I personally don't believe any job is safe. Like, there really isn't.
I'm going to Google this. Keep going.
Yeah, I mean, you really think about it. There's so many jobs that are virtually disappearing just because technology keeps getting more advanced. AI is going to take a lot of jobs, guys.
Oh, man.
I don't know if you noticed in your supermarkets, but self-checkout cashiers are losing their jobs.
Dude, the shopping carts.
Bro.
Did you see that?
Yeah,
Like Whole Foods?
You drop it in and it automatically charges you now.
Yo, when I was a kid, and I watched the Jetsons, I thought about stuff like this. I'm not even kidding. So let me define it. Job security is the state of having a job that is secure and from which one is unlikely to be dismissed.
Hold on. So can you repeat the key word in there? The key word, unlikely.
Unlikely.
No one said it ain't gonna happen. It's saying unlikely to get dismissed.
Hey, the best security is the security that you provide, know? That's interesting because as you guys are listening to this, there's projected that there's 2 million jobs that'll be lost just on the brink of what's going on. And we don't want to draw any light to this. There's going to be families that are going to be affected. I'm 37. I have to think about that. I'll be 38. And when 2008 happened, I was just entering into the job market. I was just kind of, I wasn't doing anything crazy. I think I was working for Walgreens and a pharmacy at that time. And I didn't really feel the effects of 2008. Here we are in 2023, was that 15 years later, and this topic of job security is happening. Now, I was getting ready to mention 2 million jobs on the brink, meaning like the onset, are going to happen. And it's projected that that's going to reach, somewhere near the like 10 million, maybe north of that. That's in crazy. Terms of people losing their jobs. So for a long time, let me give you guys a little bit of backstory. Jeff and I were both entrepreneurs, and, we left, let's call them 9-to-5s. We left the JOB. JOB is nothing but an acronym that stands for the Journey of the Broke, or just over broke.
Hmm.
And we left that because we both have families. Shout out to this guy. He has a how old is Leilani?
She'll be 2 months in 5 days.
2 months and 5 days, dude. She is look, my nickname, I'm calling her already, Smiley.
Yeah, for real.
She is a bundle of joy, man. She's beautiful, man. She's
Thank
got
you,
this
appreciate it.
long hair and just always smiling. But anyways, let's get back to this job security. We got away from that because we wanted real security. The only security you're gonna have is the security that you can provide. And just in the midst of talking about this, Jeff, you were discussing some important things, like just when you're looking for right opportunities, because many people about to be laid off. And if you're listening to this and you're like, oh man, the sky is falling, I want to give you guys some hope. Hope is on the way.
Yeah.
I pulled something up for you guys that I think is pretty cool. Recessions. I'm gonna go back and show you guys. In these moments of difficulty, you heard me say this, destinies, they're completed or they're initiated in this case. And some of the biggest, best companies that we know now, they were founded in recessions.
Yeah.
Okay, let me read a few of those names. Netflix, 1997. Airbnb, 2008. Trader Joe's. Wow, I love their wine, dude. They got some 1958. Microsoft, 1975. These are all recession years, right? So if you guys right now, if you're listening to this and you're like, you know what? Hey, I kind of get that idea. I want to be the next Microsoft. I'm going to start off in the garage. I want to start a dog training business like Jeff over here. I'm just looking to really get this cake brand off the ground. I really want to get my social media up. I want to be able to affect people because I see a problem, right? Let's talk about a few things, Jeff, that you should look for when you have the correct opportunity, when you're facing, maybe you want to knock on the door becoming an entrepreneur. I'm telling you today, you're not hearing from gurus, but you're hearing from people who, I'm telling you, I can tell you without a doubt what it's like. I've been an entrepreneur for the last 8 years. I can tell you all of the ups. I can tell you all of the downs, right? There's a lot more ups than there are downs, but in the beginning, there's some things you have to think about, right? So what are some things that people should consider, like when they're looking for the right opportunity?
I mean, you have to find the issues that are out there. So I think the first thing I would consider if you're looking for an opportunity is you have to make sure there's a dramatic need for what it is that you're about to do.
Okay.
If there's no need for what you're about to do, you'll find yourself struggling in that recession. The reason why all these companies were built during the recession is they realized the need. Let's just take Netflix, for example. People are home. People aren't really spending money. Oh my God, let's stream from the house.
No more movies. And now they're getting back to TV. That's weird.
Yeah, I know. But no, I think that's the biggest thing. I mean, just think about I'll give you teaching, for example. When we did the whole Zoom thing, right? There were some teachers that hated it, but a teacher like me, I hated it initially. Then I got used to it. Oh crap, I'm at home. This is nice. I don't have to drive to school anymore. Then when we had to go back to school, I didn't want to go back, so I stopped. That's a dramatic need.
That is a dramatic market need. When you think about all things considered, like anything that we have on or anything that we desire. So like what is it? What's the taxi? The Uber. So Uber, they solved the problem because the taxi industry was monopolizing and kind of capitalizing the yellow taxi guys, and they came in and they met a need because most people, you have to wait for forever for a taxi, and then ta-da, there you go.
Yeah.
They solved the problem. What's an existing problem that you can come up with right now, right? So number one, I would agree with that, a dramatic market need, because people, they've worked from home in Zoom, in the Zoom and Boom era, okay? And they found out, and if you listen to this, you agree with me. You work from home from that job that damn well you didn't even have to show up to in the first place. And now they want you back home.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
It makes no sense whatsoever, right? Most people, they want to work from home because there's a child care issue, within this dramatic market need. People are looking for better opportunities. What else are they looking for in that need?
I mean, just dissatisfied. How many people are dissatisfied that at their current job?
Dude, I can tell you probably 9 out of 10 listeners listening to this right now, you would agree. Come on now. Just go ahead, press 100%. A button, like it, subscribe, hit a bell, do whatever, right? We know this to be true, yes or yes. So since you agree with me, yes, I want you to understand, you got to be open.
Yeah.
You got to be open now more than ever. You can really change the trajectory
Of your life.
if you start looking at the right opportunities.
Yeah.
What's something else do you think will, I don't know, will characterize as, hey, if I'm looking for the right opportunity right now,
Mhm.
I don't know what it is, Otis. I don't know what it is, Jeff. Jeff, tell me. What else would you look for?
I mean, what if you could find something that has a system ready for you, so you don't have to go reinvent the wheel? I think that to me was a huge thing when I actually joined this business. When I created the dog training business, I didn't have to go invent something. You know, a lot of people are like, what am I going to invent? Oh my God, I'm going to create the new company. Yeah, you might be that person, but you have a better chance of actually starting something that you can kind of mimic. If you copy the right cat, you have their system. How can I apply that system to my own business and just run it the exact same way?
Yeah, I'm from the Midwest, Illinois to be exact. In Illinois, there's what's called Hamburger University, and that's where they teach you to make the hamburgers, fries, and shakes from McDonald's, obviously. And they have a great system. You
Yep.
know, they have a system where you just need 2 teenagers and 1 adult. The problem with owning a McDonald's is what?
Profitability.
Yeah, you need capital.
Yeah.
I think the McDonald's. I looked at somebody. I know somebody who owns a McDonald's. They earned. I'm sorry. They had to spend like 1.1 million.
How much do they make?
That's the problem. I wish I could tell. I mean, I could probably Google it, right? But having a great system. I never forget. I had a mentor, and he said, in order to have a great system, it's got to be simple. It's got to be. Pardon me. It's got to be simple. It's got to be duplicatable.
Yeah.
It's got to be something that can be repeated over and over. And within you looking for that right opportunity, can you do what I call spill the dirt, vacuum the dirt, and collect the check? Right? Where's the system in that? It's very simple. Okay. You know, the Kirby salesman, that's all they used to do. I remember as a kid, they used to come to our door. They used to say, you know, they wanted to sell the vacuums. They would come in. Although we would see the bowling ball commercials with a Kirby thing would suck up the vacuum. I'm sorry, the bowling ball. All you have to do is have something that's just that easy. Spill some dirt, that's vacuum and show how awesome it is, and then collect the check just because it works, right? So I really like those 2 first ideas, right? You said number 1 was dramatic market need.
Yep.
And then
having a good system.
A good system. Okay.
Yeah.
System. Write this acronym down before we move on to the next one. I think Jeff will spill us. Is a system is something that saves yourself time, energy, money. Hello, write that down.
Yep.
Save yourself time, energy, and money, right? So if you're an entry-level entrepreneur, I'll give you guys an idea. I wanted to start a LinkedIn for healthcare professionals.
I remember you told me that.
Dude, there's no system in that. I had to go and create the system.
You're going to reinvent the wheel. That's literally what you're going to do. I'm riding around here on square wheels versus round wheels. So that's something that's important. Now I'm gonna pose this question for the audience. Okay, so you said I need the right market. Okay, like I need the right market, dramatic market need. I also need a great system. You know what the number one thing people are thinking about? Money.
So talk to me about money.
You need to have good compensation. If they ain't paying you, if it's not paying nice, don't talk to me. At the end of the day, money talks.
It does. And the other stuff walks, manure. So I will piggyback and say that, yes, within that powerful compensation, there's something that you consider, the cash flow quadrant. So in the cash flow quadrant, if you've never heard of this, there's a gentleman by the name of Robert Kiyosaki. He wrote a book, Cash Flow Quadrant. And in there, he details how most working class society, they belong in, well, all of us, we belong in 4 quadrants, right? On the left side, there's 95% of us, which are employed and self-employed, which means if we don't go show up, we don't get a paycheck.
Yep.
Okay. But then the right-hand side is where, you have a system. You're a business owner or you're an investor, right? So within that compensation, here's something I think it should have. It should have something that's scalable.
100%. If you can't scale something, you're just going to get stuck and you're going to have a lid on your money. And at that point, it doesn't become a powerful compensation. It's just, you're basically at your job at that point.
Yeah. I mean, if I'm a kid selling lemonade at the lemonade stands, I don't know how scalable that is.
Yeah.
Till I start running into, my other competition, or maybe I run out of lemonade juice or something like that, right? But I think that a powerful compensation makes a big difference.
It does.
And I do want to do this. I want to put a pin right here because this is the exact reason why I got started in the financial industry 8 years ago. I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. I was driving, pretty long commutes, almost 2 hours. Yep, you guys heard me right. 2 hours. I was working 14, 16-hour days. I was tired of exchanging time for money. Right. I needed money. I needed time to start making time start multiplying But how do I do that if I don't have the right, what you said, the right system, and I don't have like the right market need at that time, right? So I think that's pretty powerful in terms of like compensation, right? What do you think? What do you think about the entrepreneur? The first year they come out and they're like, dude, I want to make money. I gotta make money right now. Like, what's your advice for somebody like that?
Find something that your profit margins are the best very quickly. I mean, think about it. You don't want overhead. I think that's the biggest thing for me is when I got into the whole dog training is how can I limit my overhead, which is why I started it from my house. Hello. Like your first opportunity, you should really consider making it home based. You know, I had just posted this on my Instagram. It's like if your first opportunity is not home based, think about all the write offs that you get if your business is based out of your home.
That's so true. That's so true, and especially through Zoom too.
Everything is through Zoom. When you think about it, your Wi-Fi, you need that just for your home in general. You're already paying for it. What if your business could pay for that for you?
Man, we may have to bring a CPA in, dude. That's so true because I enjoy the tax write-offs. Everything I buy, I purchase, it has some effect of, being able to lower my tax liability. So that's just, I have to say that politically correct just in case somebody else is listening. But that's important, having the right money situation, right? What if you can make money in your sleep?
I mean, that's the dream. If you're not trying to make money in your sleep, man, you're going to work till the day you die.
Yeah. So there's active income. There's also passive income. And then there's also massive passive income.
Talk dirty.
You have to figure out which category you're going to go in because active it requires you. So if you're listening to this, you're a doctor, right? You're a lawyer. Well, that's active income. If you don't go see a client, you don't see a patient, you don't get paid, right? But then on the flip hand side, what about the person who owns the doctor's practice or owns the hospital?
Make the most money.
They do.
They rarely there.
How are people not leveraging like compensation to your degree? I know we're getting off in a tangent with with the money, but I don't know. I feel like it's an important conversation.
I mean, you just have to ask yourself the very simple question. I mean, whenever we sit down, we talk to people, right? The number one thing that I ask them is, okay, look at who's making more money, who's wealthier, the employee or the business owner? They're like, oh, the business owner. So why don't you own a business? Why don't you try to like do this business so you can actually do something for yourself and make the money? No one really has an answer to that because they probably never have thought about it, and it's not till we're in this perfect economic timing right now in this recession that people are going to kind of open their eyes to like, well, what do you have to lose? You might lose your job right now anyways. You might also create a second source of income, and it's not to say that like in a harsh way, but it's the reality of it, man. Like you have to really consider this. Like I always think about like the mortgage people. Mortgages suck right now. Like everyone was making a lot of money when it was 2-3%. Yeah, that was easy. But now that it's actually harder to sell a mortgage, you're starting to realize like all the people that weren't really that good at what they were doing, they're finding themselves out the door. Like, okay, what do I do now?
Sell a 7% interest rate.
My God.
I mean, more proud to it if you can do it. I ain't knocking nobody hustle. I just, again, it goes back to market need.
Yeah.
Like what you mentioned earlier. People don't find it necessary to go get a 7% loan on a $500,000 house. The difference in between. Anyways, I was about to, man.
You're about to start giving us
I really was. I really was, right? But I do want to add one. Okay. I think that, what you mentioned so far, having, the right system and having the right need and, having the right money situation, right? Going along with systems and things. You think about Uber. They are the world's largest taxi organization, yet they own no taxis. You think about Airbnb, right? World's biggest real estate company, yet they own no real estate. But somehow they're the biggest. They still collect what's called like a spread, basically like an override, just from having a platform, right? Where they can collect money because they're leveraging, the efforts of other people for the benefits of themselves, by the way. I don't know how Uber works, but I'm pretty sure it works like you go make money and we get a small percentage or something.
But let's look at it on the flip side. It's so genius what Airbnb is doing because it's actually providing people exactly what they want. People want to be in control of their own income.
Yeah.
Uber allows you that. Airbnb allows you that by leveraging what you already do. Most of you are already driving. Most of you already have the home. Why not just rent it out when you leave and make some extra money off of it? That's all it is. And people love that because I always hear this from every Uber driver. Well, I love it because I get to make my own schedule.
Ooh.
Oh my God.
That's number one too.
Yeah, 100%. You can make your own schedule. Hey, dude, you want to start at 10 a.m.? Cool, start at 10 a.m. No one cares. The money's still going to be there.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's so true. That's so true. I mean, that is the number one response. Why do you do this? I love the flexibility because people, they value not even the money priority.
Mm-hmm.
They value the time, the flexibility, and they probably value their family time.
Yeah, man.
The most, dude.
That's
or peace of mind time.
I mean, a lot of the people that I sit with, the number one thing that they hate, why they hate their job is sometimes they don't actually hate the job. They hate being told when to go in, when to go out. That's what they hate.
That's the journey.
Yeah.
The journey of the broke. J-O-B, man. J-O-B. So I think another thing that may be missing from the factor is what I would call GET, right? Good economic timing, right? And again, the timing is impeccable. So I'm going to give you a little bit on the reason why I started and Jeff started in the financial industry. And then I'm going to help you guys kind of scale the thought on maybe what you want to. So when I got started, I was introduced to the concept of timing is everything. So right now, just being in the financial industry, there's a lot of people that were born between a certain age. Let's call those people baby boomers. There's about 80 million of them that are now starting to retire. Yeah. So as of, I think it was January 11th, January 1st, 2011 till the end of December 2029, there's going to be about 10,000 baby boomers that retire every single day. The problem with this is that they've never had a financial advisor. They never had anybody sit down professionally. They never had anybody cover insurable need, debts, things like that. And the timing is just right there, right? Because you think about where we are in the economy. Like there's this chaotic mess of people getting laid off, right? So if you're listening to this, you may say, well, Otis, I kind of get that, but I don't, maybe that's just not my cup of tea. Well, think about the uncertainty of the problem that you're trying to solve. Yeah. I'm pretty sure people can solve it. Like you solve the problem, right? Think about this. People outside of their family, like their children, what's the next most loved, cherished member?
The dog.
The dog. Hopefully not a cat, but a dog.
Yeah, it's funny because I started during COVID.
You met a need.
Yeah.
Right?
Everyone was buying dogs, never owned dogs before. They didn't realize the house what it's about to be. And I'm like, me and Liz looked at each other like, everyone's getting a dog that doesn't know what the hell they're doing. Let's train their dogs.
Yes. Uber solved this problem then. Yeah. Back when Uber started, there was a massive layoff because there was a recession, right? So right now, so this massive layoff, I think that the unemployment rate raised to like over 10%, something like this. And when they did, there's millions of jobs that are lost in America. So what they did was that they created opportunity because it was the right timing. You think about what I just mentioned about the financial industry, the right timing. Yeah. Okay. Right now, if you're listening to this is March of 2023. The unemployment rate is like 3.5%. It's going to go somewhere north of 10%. There's the right timing. Do you have a product? Do you have a service? Do you have a solution that can meet the consumer's need? Do you? I love what I do because it's always something that you're going to always have to, kind of have in the goodie bag, right? Mm-hmm. So good economic timing, GET. What else?
I mean, I think the next one is just some good core values. People will always do business with someone that they feel like I can relate to you. I see that you're a family person and you're just good people. It's just what it comes down to sometimes.
I agree. I love like our team, despite sometimes I want to throw some people up against the wall and put them in a headlock. But no, I mean, you want to do that with your family anyways, right? But, you should have best business practice. You should have some core family values. It should be like a mom and pop shop feel, but in a massive organization that can spread out. I think that you should be, you should go into business for yourself, but if you have the family value, it won't feel like you're by yourself. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Right on the head. Yeah.
So like, I don't know. Another thing that was important to me was having a mentor. Yeah. Having a coach. Yeah. Having somebody that was going to be able to guide me. What are some other things that are important for you?
I mean, just leadership, someone that's been there before, done that. But not only that, you can kind of sense, where people's intentions are at sometimes, right? And you can feel the good vibe. You can feel like everyone's here for each other, not just for themselves. I think that changes the feel of a team. Everyone wants to be part of a winning culture, winning team. Absolutely. Right? And when you feel like at your job, sometimes you don't really feel that. I never felt that as a teacher. I felt like I was very isolated as a teacher. Just I didn't have the same core values as everyone else. So I think when you are looking for that opportunity, you have to find people that you can really vibe with. And hey, can I go to battle with you at the end of the day? That's what it goes down to me.
Yeah. I do like that. I do like that we kind of put this out on the table today this way, because I find it, again, level 1 to 10. I think it's a 100, because if you're listening to this, you're going to thank this recording from the stars above, because right now, you were destined for something bigger and better.
Yep.
And God has probably put you in a situation, by the way, so that you can be forced out of that 9 to 5, by the way, that you're dissatisfied with, that you probably generally just been putting up with. You know, if I asked you right now, do you like or love what you do? If you can't reflexively say, I love what I do, it's probably time for you to start thinking about that idea, start putting that gizmo together. Start thinking about, solving that problem in the community or just the world, I'm going to be selfish on this next statement, but I believe that entrepreneurship will solve the problems of our world. I just really do.
I mean, that's what an entrepreneur is. It's a person that solves problems.
Yeah, dude.
That's all it really is.
The innovation is all there, man. So I don't know. I want to land the plane there. I know we touched on some things. I don't know if that was like 4, 5, 6 things that we touched on.
Something like that.
But I think that this is a great opportunity to go stop, record, go listen to this, go spread the message, because people are gonna need an opportunity at some point. The greatest times. The worst times produce the best opportunities for people. You think about how many jobs that Uber's created for people, or just big companies, man.
I mean, what I really wanted, the message I want to end with the people listening is, what if you could provide that opportunity for people? Like, do you realize how fulfilling that feeling is when I'm able to give a trainer a job, when I'm able to mentor an agent? Like, dude, that is fulfilling beyond measure. And if you can be providing that, you may see your life change in a very big way. So I think I'll end with this. The best time to start was yesterday.
Preach, brother. I don't have anything else to add, man. This is the Alpha Mentality. Go ahead, brother. End us out.
Episode 4, season 2 is in the books. Make sure you guys like, comment, share. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.